Afternoon all, let's begin the journey again. Right, have we got poisons on? I might actually remember this now, given that I'm playing a rogue on anniversary. I'm absolutely terrible on it. That's so bad. At least on this, I can get away with stuff. Then again, I'm not doing PvP, am I? Like leveling on rogue on anniversary, I'm decent. That's mainly more because I know the world though, more than anything, but PvP, I'm just playing it thinking, if anyone is watching what I'm doing, they must think, what on earth is he up to? But it is what it is, isn't it? We play it for fun. Got no choice. I've got a warlock as well though. I'm hoping when I do PvP on that, things will be a bit easier as SL. Well, we shall see, won't we? I was playing it last night with one of my mates. We were both on Discord. He was leveling his 58 druid. I was on my 60 rogue. And we were just going through, just killing people in Winterspring while he was leveling. That was a good laugh. He's a much better player than me though. Much better. I was walking to the shop before I started this. And I was thinking, what should I do when I get back? Should I record an episode of the rogue? Or should I just go on TBC and either level my lock or go on do some PvP, get the rogue some gear? As I was thinking this, I thought it's funny, innit, in this day and age, how we literally do things to maximise how much fun we're having over what years ago where people would be thinking about survival. Now people get sad because they're not having as much fun as they think they could be, or they're not fulfilling what they perceived purpose in life could be. Whereas at one point in history it would have been, let's find shelter, let's get food. I was just thinking about that on the way to the shop. Like I said on the last one, I'm disappointed with, after I got that 50k view video, I'm disappointed that the two after have been terrible in terms of how many views I get. But if you think of that in the grand schemes of things, compared to the, like I've just said, it's not really something you should be moaning about really. But times change, don't they? And in a way, it's good not to be happy because it shows you care. Having certain feelings is an act, not as an emotion to act. If you're not feeling good, then it's your body saying, come on, let's get to work. It's funny though, because when you are feeling good, you're almost more likely to work. Like when I got that 50k on that one video, every day I was smashing it for hours after doing the next few videos. But then after the previous two, like today, I've had a day off work and I've not done as much of that video as I should. I'm about 2.5 minutes into a 9 minutes. But say if the previous one had done like another 50k views, I know full well I would have worked on that other one all day. It just seems like when you get that momentum. Next door's dog. But we just chip away, don't we? We chip away. See what we can do. I've been really enjoying TBC. Just finding the right way. Like today when I was on the rogue, I thought, I'll try assassination, see if that's any better for me playing. Not what that wasn't. So I went sub, and I think that'll be better in some aspects. Combat's the easiest way to play for someone who's not very good. So I'll predominantly stick as that, and then I'll go sub maybe when me and my mate are killing people in the open world. At least with dual spec we can just swap between now, can't we? It's not a case of having to go all the way to the class trainer. Just chop and change if and when need be. I've queued for a TBC before I started, so we'll see how that goes. My work, apparently, I got told this morning, I seen the lass who was covering my rounds. It's not all going out, only parcels went out for my round today. And the whole thing didn't go out on Saturday, so that means I've got a lot of work to do tomorrow. But yeah, she told me that apparently the new rota starts next week. So I'll either have the Monday off, and then the next week it'll be Saturday, Monday, Saturday, Monday, Saturday. So that means that every 2 weeks you'll have the Saturday going into the Monday. So that's going to be so nice, that. Because when you have, say, like, at the moment, I'll have every alternative. So 1 week Monday, next Tuesday, Wednesday, so on. But then I get every Sunday. But then when you get those random days, it doesn't feel like you've got a proper break. Because I often find it's that part on the night where you know you've not got work the next day, which is better. Which is often why you prefer finishing work and knowing you have the next day off than the actual day itself. But if you've got Saturday and Sunday, you have 2 of those days. You have the Friday and then you've got the Saturday of it. So I'm looking forward to that. The only dangerous thing is, if I've got those times off, it means I'm more likely to go out on the piss or something to York. I probably won't, it just means I have more opportunities to do that. I haven't really got the money to be doing stuff like that very often. Why can't I use that drums? Will it let me now? Warrior, there we go. I'll help you out, kid. Might have to queue for a time walking one again. Doesn't look like it's happening, does it? I was just doing that to get out of combat. Pre-patch as well soon, Wednesday, for this bad boy. That's going to be interesting. See what's going on. Why? Oh, it's just that Anchorage event. I was going to say, why have they got a picture of Wrath for the time walking, but they don't have one for this week's one coming up? But it must be because of that Anchorage event. What even is that? On this date, the Scarab Gong was rung among the gates of Anchorage. Represent your faction by gathering supplies or slaying Twilight and Quedge forces. The winning faction gets to fly their banner next to the Scarab Gong for the rest of the year. That seems almost pointless, that, on retail, I think. Unless it has some good effect. I don't know if it does. See, if these sorts of things would be good if the whole world was still on Eastern Kingdom calendar, like I've said 100 times in the past. And you could have that as an event, and it affects the world somehow. Right, where do we go now then? Ah, Thistle Tea. That's a little move from... Well, not a move, but an item from Vanilla. Increase your maximum energy by 15. That's naughty. N-O-R-T-Y, because we want to. Oh, I feel quite good. That nap was nice. I love a little afternoon nap. Can I do it when I'm not at work? Obviously. Can't be napping at work, but I mean I can't nap after because it's too late by the time I finish. I still haven't handed that in. So that, to give me that quest. No, sorry. To give me a mount from that quest. Look at difference, sir. Mental. Whee! Diet glob sample. Come on, just give us a healer. Be good if they gave you an option to that pops up and it just says something along the lines of, do you want to start without an extra person? And it said that just clicks in after so many minutes, and then we just look at it and think, yeah, go on then. So we just format it. Because in retail, I mean, we'd be able to do that. We've got a group there, a tank and 3 DPS. I bet one of those DPS could probably off-heal. This is a nice time of day to be here, isn't it? Just as the sun's setting. I think, do we have that as our picture? I think we do, you know. Or that one. They're both good images. Something I like about that, though, even though there's nothing to it. Right, stop moving about. Stop. There, good lie. There we go. Need that thumbnail pick, don't we? Oh, that's that new mount. Which is from the 6 months thing, I think. Sure it is. That's always a nice surprise, that, when like 50 beans comes out of my bank. I don't know whether to carry on paying for that second account or not. Like, the whole point of me getting that second account, I won't lie, was to buy gold on anniversary. But then I looked today to see how much it was, and it's like 10 quid per 100 gold. Because I was looking at getting some for the 600 gold for the mount. But there's absolutely no way I'm paying 60 quid. So there's almost no point having that second account active at the moment. I don't know whether that's changed price. Not sure. I mean, I actually do prefer to make it myself. I get a good satisfaction out of doing it. But if you're one of the only ones on the realm who's doing that and everyone else is buying it, you just get miles behind. What a nice afternoon for playing WoW. My mate said he's going to log on at 8 o'clock, so we should hopefully get him at least to 59 and then kill loads of alliance, because that's pretty much what we did. We didn't do that many quests, we're just killing people. I think you should get more honour though, and maybe even some XP from killing people in like anniversary vanilla. Sorry, just, yeah, anniversary. Because it incentivises people being out and about killing. Obviously it had to be people near your level. Because that is probably the best, one of the best parts of the early versions of the game. That and the feel of the world. There's a lot of things which I don't like. Like the quests, for example, there's not enough of them. The spirit healers. They're too dotted about if you die. What else? The lack of flight paths. I can't stand the honour system in vanilla. It's different in TBC, of course. I want dungeon finder. I think that's about it. Oh, and I prefer the playstyle of all the characters in Wrath onwards. I was thinking this last night when we were chatting about the different stuff that gets added in later versions, like Cloak of Shadows for Rogue, Heroic Leap for Warriors, Blade Storm. What else were we talking about? Shaman with like Riptide, things like that. That's a naughty little move. Can't remember, I'm sure you already have Chain Heal, don't you? I just remember in Wrath just spamming like Riptide, Chain Heal, and an Earth Shield, and that was it. It seemed to be fine. Didn't really need to do a lot. Shaman is one of those things with totems where it's unique and different, but it's so difficult to manage and frustrating if you're the one doing it. Because obviously the more you move, you have to keep putting them down all the time. And you've got that many of them, it's so situational. It's difficult to have like a set group of totems which you're just going to stick with. The downside, I would say, for Wrath, right, one of the biggest ones, is it's another island again. More places that we have to go to. I'm trying to think of what other downsides it has. My mate would say making Death Knights. I would argue that's one of the best things, because it means I can actually play a class again. But granted, if they didn't, I'd just go Pally, so it's 6 and 2 3s out of those two which I played, if I'm honest, these days. What other downsides does Wrath have? I honestly can't really think of any. None spring to mind for me. I'd even love to do these original ones, and I know people would hate this, with Raid Finder, and just see how it is. Just see what people get on. Just make the gear not that good. That would never ever happen though. I'm intrigued to see what's going to get announced at BlizzCon. I think that is at between August to October. Something like that. Still waiting for a healer. Pew. I thought I shot him. No. Obviously not. Roll the dice once or twice. We've got Arsenal Inter tomorrow. I'm not even that excited for that, because we're pretty much already through anyway. So it doesn't really matter. I'm more interested for Arsenal Man United on Saturday. I'm a lot more nervous for that after how poorly we played and how well they played at the weekend. This morning I went and did bag work at the gym. Terrible it was. My cardio's awful at the moment. I've still got a bit of that cold though. And I still cannot use my right hand. So that breaks up the flow of it. That's been since December, that. At least in the start of December though it was bad. But I could still use it. But then when did I do it really badly? I think it was I think it must have been sore in November. And then I hurt it really badly the back end of December. Yeah. Is he going to kill me? No. So it's been a good month. Where's my Hearst gone? Not Hearth in there. Just look how much health he's got compared to me. Come on, I want to do a TPC one. $21 levels to go, eh? I wanted really to get this completed by Tuesday, so tomorrow it's not going to happen. So I wanted it to, if we're starting a new one on the pre-patch, I'd prefer it instead of having like some before, some during. Not that it matters too much, because there's not a lot that change. But I think the moves might. And I'd like to start learning someone's moves from obviously level 1, not level 59.
Speak quickly. Farewell. Victory for Silvana.
Hey there.
I was looking, I was at the better, but it must be because of the host.
Be seeing ya.
Well, that's one of the annoying things if you boost a character.
Who you
Is you've got no professions.
later?
I've just literally bought first aid earlier on, but I haven't actually started to work on it yet. Vital, isn't it? First aid in the early versions of the game, especially when you love doing world PvP or just PvP in general.
Be seeing ya.
No, it could be a lifesaver for a rogue. 60. Yeah, buddy. Oh, that spider, the Eye of Shadra. Rings a bell for that. Give it a couple more minutes and we'll just queue for the time walking one. Keep that topped up. Granted, we've got 3 hours, so no great hurry, is there? Let's choose killing spree. Left, right, good night. Go on, lad, get him. Yeah, that's it. Puny Trolls, not stop on Golonga Go. It's a funny name. It's a bit weird, this class, isn't it, now? With like shooting, rolling dice, Just feels a bit gimmicky, if that's the right word for it. Of that. Right, gave me one back, did he? Yeah. That can't fly, can it? What the fuck? Didn't know that had wings. Let's see what I'm doing. Don't know why I pressed that. Huss, huss. Right, there we go. Soul Eaters. Get that. Neil. Never see anyone out and about leveling, do we? I remember there was one day we did. Where was that? Duskwood. I think that was on a paladin. I always enjoy leveling those. Don't really seem to get bored of making them. I must have, God knows how many I've got on my account. Just level them up and then just leave them, don't really care. That's what, see, if that's what people had the mentality for that in Anniversary, it'd be so much easier for Blizzard, because they could just go through these seasons or whatever, and then they could be like, right, that's that done, shut it down, and then on to the next thing. But people have that weird belief that they're going to want to keep the character, when you're never going to go on it. It's randomly going to go on it. Year 60 that's fully geared when no one's playing that realm, like so many years down the line. I don't think, anyway. I look at Era. That's why Era's dead. Well, mixture of that and obviously we've got Anniversary to play. We died anyway without Anniversary though. Where is it? Always the best at the start. I think there's a certain phase people say when it starts to die down. I can't remember when it is. Is it Blackwing Lair or Anchorage? I don't know. I never raid, so I wouldn't know for that sort of thing. I just like leveling. I must be one of the only people who's like that. Said someone commented on one of my videos, like one of the older ones, which I was glad that someone had watched it, to be fair, from a while ago, moaning about the lore and the cinematics of modern WoW. And I commented just saying the cinematics are as good as they've ever been, but I understand that you don't think the lore is not as good as it once was. Because I agree with the lore. Since one of the cinematics changed, like the cinematic for the expansion, you may not like what it's portraying, but it's still beautifully done like the rest of them. Some people just love to hate. What did some numpty put yesterday? He put something, and then he put, tell me you're bad without telling me you're bad. Which didn't even make sense for what the video was about. It was that solo one, I think. I just commented back just saying, what an odd comment. You do get some absolute freaks, don't you? Basement dwellers. I can't really think of any times I've put like negative stuff on a video. I think I've thought it, maybe typed it out and then just thought, Shep, what are you doing? Is there any need? Especially on a WoW one. And again, I don't really watch many other people's videos. I was watching some of Mad Season's one, his documentary, was it yesterday? Every now and again I'll just put like one of his on. He's very good. Probably the best actually. Nixium's ones are quite good as well. Prefer Bad Season's sort of the way he speaks though, and his style. Don't know why. I don't think he is, but it comes across more English, and that's appealing to me. I don't know if that even makes any sense. But it seems like he would have like a similar sort of personality or humour to mine than Nixium would. Now that's a tasty little image. Just that tree that puts me off. Let's maybe take one here actually. I'm a stickler, aren't I, for it? Nah. Or maybe? Yeah, we'll see. Right, we'll get rid of that. And see, if they did my idea, we could have done follower dungeons, couldn't we? And we could have gone through TBC with our own little group. But no. That is not an option.
Yes.
I think someone commented along the lines on that video of, this has been spoken about in the past and it's never going to happen.
How are you?
And I just commented back just saying, they said that about vanilla and look where we are now.
You be careful, man.
I mean,
Stay away from
can't say
the
fairer than that, can you? I mean, it's much easier to add follower dungeons to every expansion than it is to re-release vanilla. Because apparently that was much more difficult than people thought, because they didn't have all the coding for it. They didn't have the servers. Am I waiting for someone here? Spider Idol. Oh, picking, looting these dead bodies. In the Savannah's book I was reading, she goes to see a dead parents at the ambush, and they'd had some arrows taken out of them, and she thinks that the Horde have done it, and then sort of tried to make it look like it was the Armani trolls. So we'll see, won't we, in the next bit. Her and the Thanos have flown off somewhere. He seems an interesting character in the lore so far. Like her most trusted confidant. So far I think she's kissed him once.
Talk to me. Okay, okay. Be seeing ya.
So whether they get up to out else, I don't know. It'd be good if you had like the World of Warcraft lore, but it was written by like George R.R. Martin. I know he gets a lot of hate, but his books, regardless of him not finished yet, are still unbelievable. Where are we going for this bit? Is it through that cave? Or someone like Joe Abercrombie, who does like the first lore trilogy, just like a proper author. Granted, I suppose like that Christine Golden who writes them is, but not near as good. It's like the Arthur story. One of my mates is listening to that at the moment, and I said to him, I was like, it's a good story that, but I think it's more good because the plot lines are good, not because it's well written. Like it's the story that carries it, not the writing of it. I don't think he knew what I meant by that. It's like it's a story that we know about, and it's adding a bit more detail, but I still think it could be written so much better. And it deserves it as well, that storyline. You've got so many to tell. That's why I said that thing about having more lore walking characters would be ideal, because that could be infinite. That video comes out on Friday. That one best do better, because that one's 14 minutes long. Like that I could have made that indefinite in terms of I said why lore walking should be a feature and how they could implement it, and I maybe spoke too long about each character to begin with, and like the system at the end where I mentioned using it for the Greater Vault and things like that. I should have maybe said that at the start to keep people hooked, because people might just watch the first bit and then see me going on about Arthas and sort of telling his story, and then some of the other ones, and just think, oh, he's just literally giving us lore here, whereas I go more into it towards the end. So I maybe should have done that at the start. But I thought it was a good video.
Dark Lady watch over you.
Hopefully other people like it. And like, 'cause the idea was, say, like, you could either have episodes added every major patch to each story, and then a new character every expansion. But granted, obviously some characters would have a complete arc done, but there's still so many to do. Like Arthas dies, so you've got his arcs complete. Gul'dan again, dead. King Rin. Varian Rin. And then obviously you've got other ones like Ilaria, Khadgar, Thrall, who are still living, so their storylines can keep on going. I wasn't that bothered if Khadgar died. I think he's a bit annoying.
Goodbye.
It's like one of those sort of goody-goody characters which you just never sort of relate to or find interesting. It's people who have like moments of failing or darkness that you tend to enjoy more because you're rooting for them to succeed, and everyone knows what it's either like to fail or not to be morally righteous all the time. Like, hence why like women always love those sort of baddies in films. It's never the goody-goody characters, is it, that they like? But then again, I can't fathom women's brains, so who knows? Am I ever going to do a dungeon? It looks weird now, doesn't he, with weapons like that. I'll probably have to do this again soon, but we'll do it. I got a belt. Does the belt go with that? Let's have a look. I don't know whether he's better without one. I prefer that without. Unless we've got a decent red one about. Yeah. I often find that though, just the chest going into the legs flows better. Right, and then we'll put on that one. 138 gold. Why am I in combat? Oh, hello. Goodbye. Eggs. I should start doing better now we've got a new weapon. What was the difference? 443, 227. So that's realistically what both weapons should be at. I've got about an hour and a half of Chamber of Secrets left when I get back to work. And then we'll go into the full cast version of Prisoner of Azkaban. The thing is, because I haven't been carrying on with the Harry Potter channel, I almost feel like I don't necessarily need to be doing that. Like going through them again. Like that gave me more incentive when I was doing videos for that channel to keep all the information fresh and give me ideas for more videos, but I've obviously put that to the wayside for the moment and doubled down on the other channel and this. Like 3 channels is a lot. I did have that one called Shep Mode where I was going to play different games, but too addicted to WoW. And just a bit of playing new games, getting all the settings right for the sound and everything was a bit annoying. And then the fact of having to buy them. I do like the idea of doing it though. And I would like to do it for some games. Let's say if a Lord of the Rings game come out, I maybe would do it again. That one that they're on about for, that would be like Hogwarts Legacy. I'd maybe have to do it for that channel. That'd be a long time though to create a game like that. Probably like a year and a half till that'd come out, if not longer. Who knows? I like it when we just get random greens that we can use. Oh, I'm surprised I haven't got any moves on there. Spellbook. Oh, well, I thought that was a priest. Well, I suppose it is, but I thought it was an actual person priest.
Speak quick.
Is this going to ding us? Lovely. And what have you got for here? Hold on. I feel like I'm a bit low again. Nope, I wasn't. I need a new chair. This one's battered. Can't bother to spend the money. I don't know if I want another move. What's that do? That's probably the wrong choice in terms of what's min-max the best, but I don't care. So there she goes. Right, what's that one? That's the spider one. Whee. Everlook? Everbloom. Oof. Close. This isn't the one with the maze, is it? No. What expansion is this from? What? I don't remember this one from WoD. I remember that weird one from Shadowlands I think I'm on about, where there was sort of like a puzzle thing to it. Is this the one that takes you out to the back of Stormwind? You go through some sort of portal and there's something there. Don't know. Where in Earth would this be? As the disruption of that portal, the Kirin Torre left the Iron Horde on their own. I want to read what the crack is with this place. I don't know. Lore-wise, what we're doing.
No, he will awaken.
Really?
We are all doomed. We have not yet purified.
Oops. That was a 6-minute cooldown I just used there. For that dice thing. I thought you just pressed it to extend your moves, but I don't think that's the case. Oh. One of them, innit? What's that do? Parched. Parched, love. Someone picked up a quick blade. I wouldn't mind another little blade, would I? I keep forgetting that between the eyes to improve your crit. Because I keep thinking it's that stunning one. But it is not. So that bubble thing someone just chucked on me. I wonder if they have to chuck them on him, or are they coming to help him? This. I presume we were meant to stop that, to stop him from... Because he was saying parch and they were going towards him, so I'm guessing we had to stop him having those. I don't know though. After they disrupted the current that's good. Yeah, it said something about a links to Stormwind. But I don't know whereabouts in Draenor this would be. There, by the looks of it. Gorgons. How on earth it got a link to Stormwind? It's one of the baddies created a portal. Why is there a female there? Alright, took root in her brain. Some sort of... remains deep within, but she now lives a prisoner in her own body. That's unfortunate. I mean, aesthetically, it's quite nice, isn't it? It's just... all the retail dungeons just have that different feel to them with the smoothness of the graphics compared to what they're like in Anniversary. I, for some reason, like that feel. I don't know why. This is a bit too smooth. Doesn't really make much sense, I don't think. Who's AFK? The hunter. I'll give him a second.
You befoul this place.
Guess it didn't matter.
You will be purged.
Fuck off. What are you coming here? Make farm blow up. Numpty. Right, I'm off over here. Ah, nice. New little waste for us. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I don't. Flown through this. Surprise, surprise. I don't know why I didn't put that on before. I used to play in all these different rogues. I prefer the flow of this to Anniversary though.
No, you can't. It's flee. The vine. They control us all. Yes, fire. Fire will burn away the contagion.
Some naughty little grunge she was doing. Listening to a tennis player.
Make them wither.
Surely the snow will make them cold and wither. Do we actually kill her then, or do we defeat her and does that save her? Funny is, I can't remember which Asian country it is, but they don't seem to have, like, they wouldn't have that person as dead. It would have them as knocked out or KO'd. But obviously we don't on this version of the game. Not this version of the game, but this game. It's not Asian, is it? So if you look on Pokemon, like they always faint. You don't ever kill stuff. I don't quite know why that is, but that's what it is. I don't know what you have to do here. Oh, there we go. That's that portal I was talking about. There's some big, massive dude at the outskirts, I think.
The portal is lost. We must stop this beast before it can escape.
See, this is the sort of thing I would add to a Classic Plus.
We've got its attention.
People like this coming in to take over. I don't even know what sort of monster he is. Like what race or anything.
We are lost. It's pushing us back.
Boom. New neck. New boots. Yes. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Right, we'll leave that there. I think that's as good a place as any. Next time we'll go to a different zone, because we've done 2 in this one. Originally I was meant to do 1 zone, 1 dungeon per video, but because we can't queue for the actual dungeons I want, it's going a bit slower, so better to do 2 sometimes per zone. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a reason, but that's my reason for now. Right, whether I get back to this tomorrow, I don't know. Back at work, then the gym after, so I'll just get back to this whenever I can. Won't make any promises.